Tyson Fury knocks out Braun Strowman. I normally say round, but there was no round in this fight. He just knocked him out. This is a review. I watched the fight. Well, I watched the Fury Braun Strowman thing. It wasn't so much a fight. For entertainment value. And these are my 2 cents on it. Tyson Fury in the WWE. Well, there's 2 things I want to touch on before I touch on the actual kind of event. Just this. I'm not covering the rest of it. Just this one. Fury, I think I seen it on Wikipedia, got £11.9 million, damn near £12 million for this, for doing what he did. I think that I'd say it was about 5 or 6 minutes altogether he was actually in the ring for at this Crown Jewel show in Saudi Arabia. 12 million, that's pretty crazy. When you think about it, the fact that there are fighters out there there are high, if you look at someone like a Dylan White. I know this isn't the same platform or something like that. If you look at someone like a Dylan White, who could fight, we'll say, Joseph Parker, or could fight, Oscar Rivas, they wouldn't get anything close to that. They'd be lucky to get 2 or 3 mil for facing someone like that, and Fury can go to WWE and get 12 million. To be honest with you, I'm not criticising it. It's very smart at the end of the day. You're trying to make as much money as you can in the sport of boxing. Tyson Fury's been saying recently that he feels like he only has 3 fights left in him before he calls it a day. I mean, getting paydays like this in WWE, $12 million or £12 million, that's pretty impressive, considering all things considered. Let's talk about this fight. We'll call it a fight, okay? I thought this would be a boxing match. I thought it was advertised as a boxing match. It was actually a wrestling match. And Fury's wrestling, I'm not a big wrestling fan. When I was younger, I was. But watching it, Fury, he learned some good moves. He did some toe holds, and he done a few little counters here and there. Timing maybe was a bit off in some of the moves. You could definitely tell with the punches he was throwing that he was just open fist, no real power on him. Doing the odd slip here and there, and I think kind of his selling, and I think selling is basically once you pretend to be hurt. That was kind of a bit off because there was times in there where he'd be blatantly hit in the chest with his hands covered, and they would put his hand on his head. So, acting like, I've been hitting the head. The worry I had was because there was a part in this, I think it was early on, where Fury was in the corner. And it wasn't so much that he was getting, pushed into the corner. I looked at his eye, and it was the camera angle more so than anything else. But it almost looked like there was a cut there on one of his eyes. And I was just thinking, Jesus, has that cut actually reopened? Because, it's not long removed since he's had the surgery on. I was thinking, has the scar tissue opened already? With light, nothing punches, but no, it didn't open. And, it was what it was. The end came when I think Fury got back into the ring and Braun Strowman tried to get back in. Fury hit him with a right hand and it put him down. Now, the funny thing about this is that when you leave the ring in wrestling, they count to 10. I think I think they restarted or something like that, but they count to 10. You 10 seconds to get back in the ring. And they were out of the ring several times during this fight. And every time the referee would count 1, 2, kind of like that to get the guys back in the ring. The minute Tyson Fury hit Strowman with that right hand, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it was like, Jesus. And the Strowman guy, he kind of sold it silly. He went down almost like he was out cold. And then would do kind of trying to get back up and falling all around the ring, kind of like Trevor Berbick style against Mike Tyson. And then obviously he got back, once this ended and Tyson Fury was announced the winner, he got back in and slammed Fury. And literally from the moment he slammed Fury, Strowman got out of the ring and Fury just popped back up again. And that was the end of that. So, it was funny. It was definitely a funny show. Fury was well paid for it. And at the end of the day, I think that this will do nothing but good things for Tyson Fury. It's giving him a big payday on a massive platform in the United States. It's going to get his name out there. I was surprised that the announcers didn't mention the proposed rematch with Deontay Wilder, because I would have thought that would have been a great way, because Bob Arum was at some of these shows. I would have thought that would have been a great way to sell the fight, naming, Tyson Fury, will this affect his rematch with Deontay Wilder? Stuff like that they could use to maybe sell the Wilder fight. I didn't really hear any of that in it, to be fair. They were kind of making more references to Floyd Mayweather, WWE, Mike Tyson in WWE back in the day. There's more references to that. And, kind of Tyson Fury, how in boxing, he only has to hit you once, but WWE, it's not so simple. Stuff like that they were saying, kind of, trying to sell it, as they say. But yeah, it was fun to watch. So those are my thoughts on this. Let me know what you think down below. What do you think Tyson Fury WWE is? Do you think it's a good thing, or is it a bad thing? We've seen him say he'd be considering staying on. Will he? Won't he? Who knows? If he's getting 12 million for events like this, maybe he should stay on. Maybe he should do another. Maybe he should do WrestleMania or something. Who knows what he could get for that? So let me know what you think down below. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, I will talk to you after.